The 15th week of pregnancy is the second week of the second trimester. It's also the second week of the 4th month of pregnancy. Now, if you can't keep all of your trimesters and weeks and months straight, I'm going to put a link down below to a great video that you can save so you won't forget. Now, in the 15th week of pregnancy, we have some pretty interesting baby developments to cover, including big news that's happening with baby's mouth and some symptoms that might be new for you in the 15th week. Of course, we will go over what you might want to think and do this week, and we're going to check in with the mamas that we're following as part of the expecting crew. Welcome to the Birth Toolbox Classroom. I'm Alice, a doula and childbirth educator, going week by week through pregnancy with you. Sounds like it's time for class. It's time to discuss what you might be thinking about and doing this week. So let's grab the Think and Do board. And I'm going to start with food review. And let's put that on the think side. Because nausea and food aversions, they start to subside in the beginning of the second trimester, it's a great time that we think about what we're actually eating and make sure that it's meeting our needs during pregnancy. Now, the American College of OBGYNs, they recommend that you take a daily prenatal vitamin, of course, but they also recommend that your diet includes iron, calcium, vitamin D, choline, omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins, and vitamin C. Now, if you have the Healthy Pregnancy book that I recommended a few weeks ago, pages 15 and 16 have a really good nutritional guide. I'm going to put a link to this down below. It's a really great value. Now, it's a good time to just have a critical look at what you're eating, make any adjustments as needed as you move along in your pregnancy. Okay, on the do side of the board, we're going to put our ultrasound scheduling. So at 20 weeks, most of our providers recommend a anatomy ultrasound during their visit. Now, scheduling sometimes can be a challenge, so you might want to tackle it this week. Also, if you haven't found out your baby's sex yet, you might need to decide that this week, or at least nail down that decision. So I'm going to put find out sex discussion on the board. Everybody's different in this. Some couples want to do this privately. Maybe they want to have a party. What are your thoughts on this topic? It can be a little bit controversial. Let me know. Drop me a comment. What's happening with baby's development this week? At 15 weeks of development, the fetus is about 4 inches or 10 centimeters, which is about the same as the length of an apple. The weight of the fetus is just about 2.5 ounces, which is about the same as the weight of a head of garlic. This week, the baby's facial features are becoming more distinct. The ears, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth are becoming more defined in the 15th week of pregnancy. Speaking of the baby's mouth, the baby's sucking reflex is developing. They might even begin to suck their thumb in the wound. The fetus is also developing more muscle tone this week, which you will begin to notice soon when you can feel those movements on the inside. The vital organs continue to develop and mature this week, and the brain is starting to produce a complex pattern of electrical activity. As baby is growing and the uterus is expanding, you might be experiencing round ligament pains this week. Now, these can be quite intense shooting pains. They're usually located in the lower abdomen, usually below the belly button or in the groin area. They can be felt on both sides or just one side. They often come on when you make sudden movements, like standing up from sitting. They can also feel worse with sneezing, coughing, or laughing. Now, there's no way to completely eliminate round ligament pains, but you can change the way you're moving, get up slower when you stand up, and they might come on less. Also, doing regular stretching and yoga or taking warm baths can sometimes help as well. Now, one of my close friends had these so frequently and with such intensity that she was convinced that she had actually torn an abdominal muscle. They can really hurt. So drop me a comment. Let me know if you have experienced round ligament pains yet. Now, other symptoms you might be experiencing this week include increased energy, heartburn, leg cramps, skin changes, and constipation. As the nausea starts going away and energy levels begin to rise, most will start feeling better in the second trimester, which is why I'm thrilled to announce this week's sponsor, Better Shea Butter. So Better Shea Butter is the maker of this amazing magnesium cream. This is my favorite, which is lavender. I love the smell. I wish you could smell it. And it's great using it for sleep. Now there's also an unscented version, a vanilla rose and a peppermint. Now this cream, it contains a high concentration of magnesium, and unlike other magnesium creams that I've tested out, this one is not sticky. It actually has a really luxurious feel on your skin. Better Shea Butter is a small company. It's based in Austin, Texas, and they have a formulation lab inside their warehouse making these products by hand. The company shared with me that these creams were actually created after an employee there who was pregnant was actually also struggling with leg cramps, and they wanted a natural solution. Now their formula, it contains no artificial fragrances, it's fast absorbing, and I'm going to drop a link down below so you can check it out yourself. Thank you so much, Better Shea Butter, for helping us out during pregnancy, and thank you for supporting childbirth education right here on YouTube. Let's check in on our expecting mamas and see how they're doing in week 15.
Hi, I'm 15 weeks pregnant, and this week I've been feeling pretty good. I'm not feeling kicks exactly yet, but I can kind of feel where the baby is, and I can feel the baby shift around. So I'm feeling movement, but it's more subtle than like it would be later on, obviously. I had my second appointment with my midwife today. It went really well. She said I'm measuring normally and everything like that. I've started to gain weight, but it's not that much yet. But yeah, my midwife said it's about time for me to schedule my anatomy ultrasound. So hopefully soon I'll be able to find out like if it's a boy or girl, but also some of the more serious things, different birth defects and stuff also they rolled out with that. But I'm not too worried. All in all, it's a good week.
I am 15 weeks pregnant today, and this week I've been feeling pretty good, pretty normal, which is nice. Still a little more hungry than usual. That's kind of going up a little bit too. Like I'm finding I'm wanting to snack a lot more consistently through the day, and then my main meals are not quite as big, but yeah, I've got lots of little snacks hidden around my office, which is great. This week it's been kind of exciting because I'm like pretty confident now that I'm feeling baby moving, which is exciting and definitely earlier than I felt with my first. I don't really know. I know with my first, my placenta was somewhat interior, but like kind of up high, so I did feel more stuff, more movement kind of around the lower portion. I don't really know where my placenta is this time. None of my ultrasounds have said. So I don't know if that's maybe a factor in it as well, but I think definitely being more familiar after my first pregnancy with what baby movements feel like, and specifically with where you feel them. So like kind of knowing the difference between like what is a feeling in my womb versus a feeling in my intestines.
I hope your 15th week of pregnancy is a good one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can follow along through the many weeks ahead. See you next week.